Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to our second week in isolation. Erin's in her pajamas still because that's what we've been doing, right? Yes. I have a story for you today and a little challenge for you. To start off our week. It's going to be an easier one, so more fun. I shouldn't say easy, more of a fun activity. The book I have for you today is If I Built a House.
If he built a house.
Yes. Are you an architect?
No.
What's an architect? Does anybody know what an architect?
Oh, I do.
Oh, what's an architect?
It's someone who builds buildings a lot and the technology, what they know how to do with them.
Oh, so they use some technology to build buildings.
Yeah.
So architects mainly make the plans and then the builders come in and actually do the building. But architects draw up the plans for what room is going to be where in the house, how much space they need.
Or a building.
A skyscraper.
Yeah.
What's your favorite building in Milwaukee?
The U.S. Bank building.
The U.S. Bank building, yes. Do you have another favorite?
The
What?
Northwestern Mutual.
No, Northwestern Mutual. Erin likes the really tall buildings in our city. If you get to get out and take a car drive, Mrs. Sullivan was really excited the other day that we just went for a ride in the car. A little bit of sunshine does us all a little bit of good, and a ride in the car was just what I needed. I teased and said I was almost like the dog that wanted to hang her head out the window because it just felt good to be outside. We haven't taken daily walks, but it was nice to get out of our neighborhood. Maybe you could go on a building hunt if your family has a car or is available to take you for a little bit of a ride. Maybe you can go on a building hunt and find your favorite buildings in the city. This story, If I Built a House, is a fiction story. A lot of the ideas in this book are kind of silly or extreme, not things you could really do.
Yeah, they're actually fiction.
Yes, they're actually
And I
fiction.
know what that means.
What does that mean?
It means that stuff is fake.
Yes, or make-believe, right? Imaginary stuff? Okay. This is a really cool end page. End pages in the book are almost just like beautiful pieces of artwork.
Artwork. Yay.
If I built a house.
If I build a house.
Jack LeDuc, you're in this book. Probably not Jack LeDuc, but we know a Jack, right? Jack in the backyard said to his mother, "This house is okay, but it's like any other. It's boxy and boring and basically bland. It's nothing at all like the house that I have planned." There's Jack, the budding architect.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
My house will be different. It can't be the norm. I'll think about traffic flow, function, and form. Oh, it may include shapes like a tower or dome, but I'll focus on what makes building a home. It's the rooms on the inside that make it unique. So step through the door and let's take a peek. Ooh, we get to find out what his great big house plans are.
Yep.
We'll start with the basics right off the bat. Check out my all-in-one kitchen, Matt. You don't have to cook and you don't have to clean. It's done by a space-age robotic machine. There's the technology that girl was talking about. It makes all the meals and the food is delish. Then it washes and puts away every last dish. This kid needs to come to my house to take care of that. I want his kitchen. I feel like I've done more dishes in the past week than I have in my entire life.
And I've done the whole dishwasher.
And you unload I have a dishwasher. I should not complain.
Yeah.
Yes, and you unload. We're fortunate.
And my brother.
Yes, chores, right? Mm-hmm. The living room's next. It's fun. Come on in. The chairs and the table and sofa, they all spin. And trampolines lead to a giant ball pit. It's a pretty neat room, have to admit. A ball pit in the living room?
That looks really nice.
Really fun. And it would also be a great big mess most of the time. That's just what I imagine. Now, look in the bathroom. No shower, no tub. Instead, take a ride in my scrub-a-dub-dub.
Also, it moves for you and puts new for you.
Just step on the belt and it washes you clean, even the places that you've never seen.
What?
And here is my bedroom, way up in the sky, on top of a tower 200 feet high.
Oh my, that's technology.
Well, now when we're measuring things, right?
Oh yeah.
So that just means it's really high.
Yeah.
You with me?
Huh?
You with me?
That actually is fiction because it can't go up to the sky.
Not up to the sky, but it could be 200 feet high. Well, that may be something we might have to research, is how high is the U.S. Bank building? How high is the tallest building in Milwaukee? With glass all around, just check out the view. A bed in a tower? Now that's something new. How cool would this be, to wake up with like a big globe around you and be able to see way, way, way up high? As long as you don't have a fear of heights, right?
Yeah, if my brother was in there, he would be terrified.
Yeah, Augie is a little bit afraid of heights.
I'm not that scared.
That's good. So you could have a bedroom like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The rooms we walked through just moments before are the kinds that you'll find in any decor. But if I built a house, I'd add a few more. So hop on the slide. It's time to explore. Look how he gets down from his bedroom. He has a slide that takes him all the way from that big tall room all the way down, and it's a twisty slide.
When I was imagining and giving a dream in my head, I imagined that half of the stair to go down was a slide, and then the way up was just stairs. So you could go up and down on the stairs, and then you could go just down on the slide.
Yeah, because climbing up slides, poor choice. You know how I constantly like to create. Well, this is my art room. Isn't it great? You draw on the wall. Don't worry, it's cool. Hung way up high is a big giant spool. It's a huge roll of paper that hangs to the floor. Just draw till you're done and then pull down some more. Its whole wall is like a big roll of paper.
Yeah.
So cool. Have you guys been doing art while you're home over break? That's something that we've done kind of as a family for a couple days. We've been watching some of those Mo Willems videos, the link that I posted on Dojo last week. Erin's been drawing the pigeon, what a piggy. There was even one on Gerald. I drew a pretty good Gerald I was proud of.
I'm not that good at Gerald.
That's okay. Next comes my flying room. My flying room? Holy smokes. Next comes my flying room. See how it's tall? It's empty except for a switch on the wall. Just turn off the switch and you'll float off the ground. Then flap like a bird and fly all around. Isn't it nice to be up in the air? A room without gravity. Now that's pretty rare. What does rare mean?
It means really, it means that nothing, it means that nothing's really much around.
Rare means it doesn't happen often.
Oh.
It's kind of special because it doesn't happen often.
Derry.
Oh, Derry, do you want to say hi to the camera? You guys have met Salvador and you've met, come here. Oh, she's just going to come in and shake for us. Come here. Come say hi. Come here. She's feeling shy, apparently. This is Derry. Okay, Derry's all done. She doesn't like the camera. Camera shy, Derry.
Yeah.
This is the racetrack room. Step right inside. It's less like a room and more like a slide. It features a racetrack that loops all around with super fast go-karts that don't make a sound. You fly and you flip and you zip and you zoom. You have to admit it's a wonderful room. The tracks in this room remind me of Hot Wheel tracks because they're orange. And Augie has a ton of Hot Wheel tracks that are orange. Paige made me think of you, Joaquin, because I know you love your Hot Wheels.
If I had a house like that, I would totally love all of these rooms.
You're a fan. You're a fan of Jack's ideas. A room filled with water. Now that's something new, but if I build a house, that's just what I do. This is my fish tank room. Ain't it a sight? Don't worry, they're friendly. The critters won't bite. Just strap on an air mask and swim with the fishes. Now this is a room that every kid wishes.
Yeah, I would really want that. Because we could, like, keep every single huge animal in there, but not a shark.
Of course, I've been saving the best room for last, and literally speaking, this room is a blast. So welcome, sit down, I'll seal up my hatches. This plexiglass playroom completely detaches.
That's an outer space.
Crazy. You fly it around. Why, it even has jets. For me, this room is just as good as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Detaching from the house. I mean, it comes apart and flies all over. My house will be nifty. My house will be neat. My house will stand out as the best on the street. Daring, bold, yet exclusively fine. A must-see example of this modern design. My house will be hailed as refreshingly new. There it is.
We haven't seen Tumbleweed in a long time.
She's here. Hush. My house will be hailed as refreshingly new. If I built a house, that's just what I'd do. Now you can tell it was something he was just thinking about. He was imagining. He was building. He was playing around, and you can see he has all these sketches. I don't know if I can get it up close enough. All those sketches where he was building all of his plans.
Yeah.
So, and on the last end page, Mom's checking out the plan saying, not bad ideas, kid. And then I think these on the end pages are his actual sketches, his architect sketches. So that's my challenge for you. I want you, this project could take you a couple days and you could get really into it if you wanted to. It might not be your thing, and I get that too. But you could take a couple days and sketch out a bunch of different rooms for your house. You could draw them in detail. If you draw them in detail, I really want some labels that say what different parts of the room are. You could do one page for each room, or you could just draw one big picture of the house and label each room. It depends on how big of a project you want to make it. Next step to do would be to then take Legos or blocks or any kind of building things that you have and try to build out some of those houses in a small little model form. Another step would be how to build your house. You could use the words first, next, and last and write some sentences. You could write a first, next, and last for each room. You could write a first, next, and last for the whole house. It kind of depends on how far you want to take this and how much time you have while you're in your house. What's one thing you're going to put in your house?
I'm not sure yet.
You're going to sleep on it tonight and wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I was picturing Erin having a big, huge makeup room full of all of her favorite makeups. True, because that's the kind of stuff Erin likes. But your room can have anything that you really enjoy doing as well. I think that's all I have for you right now. There is those online packets. I did send a link out to Oliver's mom, and she was able to access all the grade levels of the MPS packets. She seemed to think that they would help them. If you would like that, just send me a message and I'll shoot you the link. I don't think I'm supposed to be sharing it publicly, or I would give it to all of you, but if you want it, message me, I'll give it to you. Any other questions for me? I'm going to keep this kind of thing going. Miss Kayla mentioned that she misses reading you for our Dear Time. We were reading Magic Treehouse books, and she might start posting a little Dear Time, drop everything and read time of just some of our Magic Treehouse stories.
Mommy?
I'm afraid of what you're going to ask me.
My classroom even reads Magic Treehouse.
See?
Stories.
Good teachers read Magic Treehouse. Jack and Annie's where it's at.
Yep.
All right. You guys take care. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.